Welcome to another episode of Brokey's Betters Club. Today I get the pleasure of hosting the goats of betting. So they call themselves. But anyways, shout out to K2 Water Hydration. They're one of our sponsors. Thank you for supporting us and what we do. Make sure to check them out. Also, Better. If you bet $10, they'll match it all the way up to $200. So you can go on there, put your prop bets on, your parlay and your prop bets. Gentlemen, let's get into. We're gonna do a little bit of everything today. We're gonna get into college football recap of Week 13. We're gonna get into the NFL weekend recap, and then we're gonna get into Thursday Thanksgiving games. Pretty decent slate there. So I'm gonna ask this question: What were your thoughts overall on Saturday college football slate? I thought it was a little.
I think for the most part, the teams that needed to handle business handled business. There was a few teams that outperformed what Vegas lines put out. So I think everything was pretty close.
Agreed. Nico, what are your thoughts?
I mean, it was I feel like this weekend's always kind of downplayed, quote unquote, or bleh, by like on purpose type of thing, because rivalry week is the biggest weekend of the regular season. That is for college football. Yeah, you have your off weeks, week 4, week 5, where you're getting into the conference schedules and they make those big on purpose. But I think week 10, week 11 are typically quote unquote letdown weeks compared to the week we have coming up here.
So I'm going to recap a couple of the few big games here. Obviously, the big one out in Oregon versus USC. I thought that game was very entertaining. Oregon handled business. I never thought that USC actually had a shot in that game, even though it looked like it was a back and forth game. But it was one of those games where Oregon seemed in control of that game and did anything they wanted to do offensively. Nico, what are your thoughts in that game?
And exactly what you said. The better team showed up to play. Oregon showed that, hey, look, we don't just beat up on lesser opponents. I understand USC is a 3-loss team now. But, I mean, any Lincoln Riley coach team is going to be a good, well-performed team. And if Oregon's offense can play like the way they did in this game, they're going to be a problem for the college football playoffs, because that defense has shown time and time again they can come up and make big plays.
Yeah, I agree. Lewis.
Yeah, I agree. This was their – if they won, they got into the playoff. If they lost, they were out. So I think they had a lot to play for, and they showed out. They did exactly what they needed to do.
One of my takeaways is that kid Sadiq, and I've been watching him all year, the tight end. That kid might be the most dynamic player going into the draft next year.
That's what they've been saying. They said that he's like Kyle Pitts level tight end.
Yeah, he is. He's bigger than Kyle. I think he's weighs more than Kyle. He's just as fast as Kyle. I think he's a better route runner than Kyle.
I agree.
Yeah, that kid is special. That kid's a problem.
He's somewhere in between Kyle Pitts, tremendous. Brock Bowers, I think he falls somewhere in this range here. He's not Brock Bowers level because of the blocking. Brock Bowers
he's more athletic than Brock.
But Brock's different.
Yeah. Brock's more all around better talent.
Yeah.
But will it translate to the NFL? Because Kyle Pitts has been in the NFL.
Man, with Kyle Pitts, and we'll dive into the NFL, but really quick on Kyle Pitts, I think the system's been a problem. He's played with Kirk Cousins. Michael Penix is like, it's like you see Michael Penix is like, he's okay. It's not great, but he's okay. And I think situations matter at that level in the NFL. The system that you land in is everything, man. If Gronk goes to a bad situation where Gronk beat Gronk, right? Gronk ended up, in New England with Belichick and Aaron Hernandez playing on the other side, and then just translate into, him being one of the best, tight ends ever. Situations matter, and where you end up and what organization in the NFL I think matters. So I think Kyle Pitts, I don't think it's fair to really hold on. He should be better, right? Where he got drafted, where he got picked, the hype on him, but there's other variables there that I don't think you can hold against him. So that's my Kyle Pitts input there. All right, let's go to another big game in the ACC. Pitt at Georgia Tech, and you want to talk about BTA? This was a BTA by Pittsburgh. They were up 28-0 before you can even blink in that game. Lewis, thoughts?
I think we all were on it. I think we all called it. Pitt needed to show up. They did exactly what Miami needed them to do. So I think we were all over this, and now it's gonna be a test this week. Miami beat Pitt, or is Pitt the real deal?
Yeah, Nico, thoughts?
Same thing. Same exact thing. I mean, can you go to Pitt? Just went to Georgia Tech and won. Can now you go to Pitt and beat them there in 20-degree weather? Because let's be honest here, just to dive in to the talk. Let's say Miami gets in, right? They're a 10 seed. Okay. They might have to go to Notre Dame. They might have to go to Lubbock to play Texas Tech. Or they might have to go, in a scenario, to Indiana. Are you going to trust Miami to play in any of those weather games at that time? Texas, Andy, you remember a couple years ago when we were in Texas in December?
Oh, yeah, it's freezing.
Freezing.
Yeah.
You trust them in any of those games?
Especially West Texas. It's freezing. Yeah. It is freezing.
With that wind here, the whole 9.
If you had to bet, I'm going to throw this at you guys. If you had to bet on one coach in this game, are you taking Cristobal or are you taking Narduzzi? Damn.
Give me in this instance. I don't.
Damn.
How successful has Pat Narduzzi been?
What's that?
Has he been pretty successful for his career?
I think at Pitt he has been. Yeah, I would say so. He's regarded as a very good coach.
I'm just looking this up. I
think Mario has the edge just because of what he did in Oregon. Maybe not right now in Miami, but what he did in Oregon gives him the edge. I wouldn't say too much as what he's shown us lately, but I'll go ahead and give it to Mario.
He's shown that he could win this game on Black Friday. Pitt shock number 2 in 2017, Miami 24-14.
Yeah, it's that Mark Richt team that went up there and shit the bed. This is a typical Miami shit the bed type game, you know.
He has
with
a better
the captain of shitting the bed, Mario Cristobal. So
I'm not that much. I'm of the lesser variety of the Mario haters, but Pat Narduzzi is 80-60 at Pitt, which is a better record than Mario's record at UM.
100%. He's a better coach. It's not even a debate. You put Pat Narduzzi at Miami, see what happens.
Okay, now wait a second. Was this week a setup for this upcoming week? Miami struggles this week. Pitt goes and blows out Georgia Tech to now set up this game as a letdown.
I think you throw all that out. I don't think you focus on that. I think Miami's going on a back-to-back game. Miami doesn't play well on the road. That Virginia Tech, and let's get into Miami. Miami played Virginia Tech, right? All you kept hearing the announcers, Louis Riddick, talking about they got to blow out Virginia Tech. They got to have style points. And the style wasn't the style. It wasn't good. It was not good. They ended that game in a typical Mario Cristobal type fashion game, sloppy at the end. They had a ton of penalties in that game. It's just, they're one-dimensional on offense. Everything revolves around Malachi Tony, right? If you can find a way to, and he's unbelievable. But if you can find a way to slow him down, that offense is subpar. So now you got to go to Pittsburgh. It's going to be 20-degree weather in sleet. Now, you're not going to be able to throw the ball like you do. You're going to have to involve Malachi. They're going to prepare for that. Are you going to be able to run the ball, right? I don't know, man. Just a tough spot for Miami. Back-to-back road games. It just sets up for disappointment here.
I gave that 12, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, it's at 12. I think they did that on purpose so Miami can't see the outcome of the other 3 games. Because they need 2 of the other 3 ACC teams that are ahead of them to lose.
Got it. And they win, they're into the ACC championship?
If what?
If those teams lose, they're in the ACC championship, right?
Right. 2 of the 3 teams lose, they're in the ACC championship.
Yeah.
Virginia, SMU, or I believe it's Louisville, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 2 of those 3 teams need to win, and all those 3 games are at 3:30. While
Virginia, Pitt, and SMU are ahead of Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think Louisville has the tiebreaker against us.
Yeah. All right. So, any more thoughts on the Virginia Tech Miami game? I just thought it was, they should have handled business a lot better than what they did. It looked like they were, and Virginia Tech just hung around and kind of made it a sort of a game.
It almost didn't cover for me from a betting aspect. I bought it down to 17 flat, and it looked terrible at the end. They pulled it out, push, but it was terrible.
It was terrible. Yeah. All right, Nico. Anything else on that game?
No, man. I will clarify. Louisville's way below us. They are 4-4. The teams ahead of us, Georgia Tech, they don't play a conference game. They're out. SMU, Pitt, Virginia. We play Pitt, so you need one of Virginia and SMU to lose. You need SMU to lose, and they play at Cal.
There's another one. There's three. It's three teams: Virginia, SMU, and there's one more.
Georgia Tech, but they don't play a conference record this
Oh
week.
no, it's not Georgia Tech. It's somebody else. And
It's fine.
Yeah, so you got Virginia, you got Pittsburgh, you got SMU, then you got Georgia Tech at 6-2, Miami's at 5.
That's what I said.
Yeah. And then you got Duke in that mix. Yeah.
I mean, SMU plays a losable game at Cal's no slouch.
I think SMU takes care of that game.
Yeah, me too.
I don't see them losing that game. All right. Next team I want to touch on. Let's talk about Oklahoma, man. They're in position to make the playoff. They handled Missouri. That defense is very, very good. Nico, I'll start with you. What are your thoughts on Oklahoma? And what do you see for them? What do you see them doing in the playoff? Because they're going to get in.
I was of the mind. Once that line started dropping so much, I took Oklahoma. I took them pretty big, actually. And that paid off for me well. I just thought it was too much line movement towards the end. I was like, there's no way you should be going from 8.5 to 5, like within 2 days. That's a lot. So that's what I think of them from a betting aspect of that game. My second thing is the fact that if Mateer could somehow fix his hand, I mean, I think they're going to be able to make a run, man.
They'll be okay.
Going into Norman's a tough place to play.
Yeah, that's LSU, and they play LSU now. They're going to win that LSU game, and they're in the playoff. I mean, they're number 8 team.
And then the other thing that it is like, it's something we always talk about on the show. Like, you have to like win at home is a big thing, obviously. But they went to Alabama and won. This team's battle tested.
Yep.
So I mean, I would be scared if I'm anybody playing Oklahoma.
I agree. I don't think you want to see them in the first round. Absolutely.
No, God, no. And if you give Mateer time to get healthy, who knows what that can turn into? Because let's be honest here. Before he got hurt, him and Fernando were tied for the Heisman Trophy race.
Yeah, Lewis.
I was all over the under on this game. It was 2 ranked teams. Over under was extremely low, and they didn't even put up. They put up 2 touchdowns the whole game.
Yep.
Just a defensive game, but you expect that out of Missouri and Oklahoma.
Yeah, barn burner type game. That's what's expected. Yeah, I got nothing else in that game, but Oklahoma's going to be a problem in the playoffs, I think. All right, I'm going to keep it moving here. I want to talk about. I called this the lock of the year, and my God, was I so wrong. And I thought at least Cincinnati would cover against BYU, and they didn't. I thought we had a shot there at the end. It didn't happen. BYU, man, looks like they're going to make the playoff.
I think they've cost us the most as a combined show. I think they've cost us the most money this year. 100%. I think we bet against them every week. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Lewis, what are your thoughts?
I can't stand that team.
It's not wrong about that, right, Lou? Like we bet against them every week.
And then I have BYU right behind. They're just so bad, and they showed it last week, and then this week they bounce back and they have a crazy game. I just don't get it.
That seems like college football. Like this new era of college football is like a week-to-week thing. You don't know what you're going to get. You're getting upsets. I mean, upsets has always been a thing of college football, but, before you lose one game, you were out. Now you lose 2 games, you're still in the playoff hunt. You're a top 10 team. It's just a different age in college football, and you don't know where you're going to get week to week.
I think the talent pool and the NIL has kind of like even the playing field for those bigger teams.
Yep.
So now you have a lot more 1-loss teams, 2-loss teams that are all in the mix, compared to before. There was like 6 or 7 teams that were all undefeated.
Right.
The other thing that I think is going to stop that soon is like these COVID years and these injury years and this all stuff is also adding a lot of talent to the pool. It's also causing a lot more clarity because you could pick up a 24-year-old that, has experience under his belt that just has been hurt. Like you could do that right now. You can get people who have been in college 3 years and that have 3 more years of eligibility.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Now, Texas Tech, BYU, they both win. They're in for the Big 12 title game. You would still take Tech again, right?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, of course.
And I think the line is will show that. I think the line will be double what it was the first time.
So 20.
Yeah, I think I can see a 20. Maybe not 20, maybe 17.
Who, Texas Tech minus 17?
Yeah,
I see 14. I see 14, 13 and a half, that range.
I would lean BYU.
I see it lower.
I would lean BYU points, but they don't have no shot.
Yeah. Yeah, I see maybe 13 and a half, 12 and a half, something like that. Yeah, we'll see.
That's what it closed at last time. It closed at 13 and a half last time.
All right, last game I'm going to cover in college football. Lewis loves to bet against Ohio State, and Ohio State didn't disappoint. You want to talk about it, Lewis?
My gosh, this back door. I was so excited for it. They got it by the skin of their teeth. They covered 33. And that's the opened up at. The line opened 33.
And it went down to 28 and a half, yep.
And it went down to 28 and a half, but yeah. Ohio State.
All right, Lou. The lock of the years this week.
Steamrolling people. I hate it.
They're gonna. I don't see them beating. I don't see Michigan beating them this year.
One of these big games, everybody's gonna be on Ohio State, and the minute I see it, I'm gonna
unload
my mortgage on Ohio State. I might be homeless, but we're gonna do it.
Oh my God. It could be listen, Miami gets in that playoff. It could be a second round. That could be Ohio State could be their first round. Miami. It could be a Miami-Ohio State game.
Don't say it. He'll put his mom's mortgage on Ohio.
Oh yeah, Ohio State's a they're a 14-point favorite in that game.
Ship. Bye. That's an onslaughter waiting to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. All right. Anything else?
No.
I'm guessing you're gonna take Michigan this weekend, huh, Lewis?
Yeah, I gotta take Michigan. It's like go and primetime overs. We're just gonna die on the hill.
Oh my God. Yeah, he's gotta die on the hill.
The prime time to segue into the NFL.
Yeah,
prime overs this weekend. All right, let me start with my fucking rant. So Eagles, Cowboys, okay, the 425 game, 28 points scored at halftime. 10 scored the rest of the game. No sense. That's fine. You know what? We're going to double down on the over. We're good. We're actually going to tease the over down to 43 for the Rams game. Same thing. 28 or 35 or something points scored at half, whatever. 6 scored in the second half. So now we're 0 for 2. Third game. San Fran Panthers. Line's 49.5. Makes no sense again. Take the over. 49ers. 7-0. Pick galore. 29 total points. Fire.
I was actually on the under. And when I saw 35.5, I was like, yo, I'm so cooked. There's no shot this goes under. And then I see third quarter, a field goal. Fourth quarter, a field goal. Oh, wait, this is about to cover. And it looked like Sean McVay wanted to score points. They were just bad situations.
Yep.
And he was like, all right, punt it.
100%. And they want it. You want to get Stafford that MVP.
Yeah.
Stafford's so good. That team, let me tell you something. That team is from A to Z is the best team in the NFL.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, they have a real shot of winning this whole entire thing.
They're plus 550 to win the whole thing right now. Chiefs are second at plus 600.
They're better than the 2021 team that beat the Bengals.
100%. A lot better. The defensive line's way better. The defense is way better.
Jared Verse from FSU, real deal.
Oh, 100%.
That guy is nasty.
And Fisk? How about Fisk?
That's Andy's favorite player is Jared Verse.
I love Jared
He's
Verse.
so nasty. Like they were showing like him training with Darnold.
Yeah.
And I'm like, these two monster human beings. I'm like, what the heck? And he's just so fast and everything. He's
Fast, man. And explosive and just strong. All right, so let's recap this NFL slate. Chicago with another win. They beat Pitt. You know, what are your thoughts on Chicago? They're 8-2. Man, are they for real or are they a pretender? Contender or pretender?
Are they first in the North?
Yeah, they're winning the North.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think they're pretenders, they're frauds, but you always have those. I feel like always a third or fourth seed of playoffs where you have two bad divisions always show it. And the wild card teams that come in that are way better than them, kill them. So like in this instance, that say there's to me it's Chicago Bears and the Bucks. The Bucks are in there like 6-5. I think they're
record. I mean the Panthers are tied at 6-6 maybe.
Yeah, it could be 6-6. But those two teams,
they are pretenders. Look at this. All their wins are against teams that are under 500.
So Andy, in that same breath, I just looked it up. They play the Packers in 2 of the next 4 weeks. So we're gonna see if they're gonna win the North or not.
Right. You know, the thing about the NFL is that if you suck the year before, you get you get an easy schedule. And then you're kind of good, and then it looks like you're great, but because you're beating up on really bad teams. Yeah, that's what happens here.
I would like to see the odds are of the Packers winning the North right now.
Right now?
Yeah, they might be plus money for sure.
I took it preseason. But I'll tell you right now.
They expected the Bears to do what they've been doing right now, pulling out these wins. Even if they've been against under 500 teams, they're pulling it together as a team, the whole from start to finish.
Looking it up, Nico?
Yeah, I'm looking it up now. NFC North winner, Packers are plus 130, Bears are plus 300.
Yeah.
So even with the Packers being behind them, just because they know they have 2 games against them, they're giving the Packers are favored to win it.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's probably a really good line right now because I'm pretty sure, Nico, would you get it at before the season started?
Bro, I got it pretty good. I'll tell you right now.
Plus money as well?
Wait, like a lot better than this odds.
Okay.
All right, so let's keep it moving here for the sake of the flow.
I got it. Not that much. Plus 250.
Yeah, plus 250. Great. Let's talk about the New England Patriots at 10-2. Contenders or pretenders? Are they the real deal? Are they the true number 1 seed in the AFC?
Can both things be true? I don't think they're the true 1 seed, but I think they're contenders in the AFC. Not contenders to win the whole thing, but contenders in the AFC.
Lewis.
I think they're the number 1 seed. I think they're contenders. This week, I took my Bengals. They covered the +8, but New England covered. I just don't see a better team than them right now. Would you say the Broncos? That's about it. And then you come down to Broncos, Patriots. Give me the better.
You guys are sleeping on Indianapolis. Don't sleep on them.
Nah, I don't think Indianapolis can compete with these 2 teams. Just defensively, those 2 teams are better. And the Colts showed what they would do against a defensive team like the Chiefs. Their defense is not the best because Mahomes didn't do anything to beat the Colts. The defense.
Okay, this guy.
So on top of that, give me the defensive teams, which are the Broncos and the Patriots. And then out of those 2 teams, give me the better quarterback. And to me, Drake May is the better quarterback.
Colts did beat Denver at Denver. Just saying.
This is true. I will say this, though. I think the Chiefs gave the blueprint up on what to do against the Colts. Stop the run game, one. But then heat them up, get press coverage, and make Daniel Jones make plays. And I don't think he did that. The second half, they didn't score a point.
Spagnola's the best defensive coordinator in the league.
Yeah, it's not close.
It's not even close.
He was mixing up things. I was like,
well, his blitzes are so exotic. And then he shows one blitz, they come out of it, and then they go, oh my God, it's like as a quarterback, you don't know what to do.
Spag is like the way it's exactly like he'll bring pressure from one side, like show pressure from one side, and it'll come a complete different way.
No, come out of the stands. Come out of the Goodyear blimp. Like you don't know where it's gonna hit you from.
Yep.
Yeah, it's impressive to see.
And just in the same breath, I know this is super random, but Nick Bolton, the linebacker for the Chiefs, let him do a lot of that because that guy is the mastermind behind everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, let's. I think we're gonna go through all the games here really quick because it's not like college football. You got 1,000 games.
Well, we can jump.
What's that?
Jump into the Chiefs game.
Yeah, let's get right into the Chiefs Colts game. I thought, man, that was a great game to watch, and I think Andy Reid and Spagnuolo won that game along with Mahomes. I mean, those three won that game. When it came down to the nitty gritty.
Yep.
They made the stops they needed to make. They called the plays they needed to call, and they won that game. True Kansas City type win, right? Where the Colts are in control of the game, but you just can't count Mahomes out. He's got like that Tom Brady effect, where like if they're around 3-4 points, they're gonna win that game, and that's what that felt like, and they won it in OT.
I think it was complete defense that won that game. To me, the offense. It sucked. Like Mahomes threw for 400 yards, but it was like every time they would get into the red zone, they couldn't convert, couldn't get points. He did score one touchdown, and he's the quarterback in the league. You got to get me in the end zone. And then I felt like every time it was on the defense, like a huge fourth down stop.
Well, I think he was under a lot of pressure in that game.
Yeah,
but Mahomes was.
So the Colts have the best offense in the NFL. Right, they're the number one ranked offense, and this defense stepped it up to another level. These guys to 20 points, and then you pull out the win that it could have gone either way, like to the end. Yeah. I was like, "Yo, Chiefs, there's no way they're gonna pull out. They're gonna get another loss on their record." And I just felt like Mahomes didn't step up. To me, he didn't step up to a level that he's expected to step up to.
I don't know if I agree with that, but Nico, go ahead.
I mean, I'm going to disagree with the point. I just think when the game mattered most, he made the biggest. Like that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be the best in critical moments, and when the game was on the line the most, he stepped up. That's my takeaway on it. I thought the offensive line played better than they normally did. I'll be completely honest with you. Like they are a bottom 10 offensive line.
They're terrible. He's under pressure all the time. He's running for his life. The worst offensive line he's had there.
Yep. Jawan Taylor's off for a right tackle. He had a good game. That was very encouraging. It was encouraging to see them established to run. That was other encouraging. Encouraging to see Rashee Rice going. 10 receptions, 156 yards. So I think there were very big bright spots. I just think the part where they have to be more consistent of is what Lewis is saying kind of in the red zone, but also like, hey, this is kind of working right now. Let's not get away from it so much. Like you have the run established on first down. Don't try to get it up. Like, I know their big thing is the downfield passing, blah, blah, blah. No team's going to let you do that. And I know you have to try, but you have to stay consistent in the run game and consistent getting everyone who isn't Travis Kelce going early.
Yeah. No, I think I agree with that point. I think it's dead on.
And I think they're going to make the playoffs. And I think they should be the favorite in the AFC.
Yeah. Be interested to see. They're going to have to go on the road and they're going to have to win. They're not going to be at Arrowhead. So it's a little bit different. You got to go on the road.
Brady had to do it. Let's see if Mahomes can do it.
And I don't think they have a running game this year to be able to do it.
Me more than anything. Like, it was encouraging to see Kareem Hunt going. But at the same time, if you can't get a change of pace back for Rashard Smith, if Pacheco isn't healthy, how does that look? How does your pass pro look from the running back standpoint? That backfield concerns me a lot.
Yeah. That's what worries me. So, like, say Chiefs get in at 7 or 8, right? And they have to face a Broncos or Patriots away. Those two teams are going to come after him.
They beat New England at New England. Denver's a different game, though. That D-line is legit.
So it's they have an uphill battle. That's what I'll say.
But you can't count them out, man. You can't count them out. When they have been counted out so many times, and then they end up in the Super Bowl, and then they end up winning it.
Yep.
And just to educate people, this is your time you're going to get shorter lines now. Like, I know Lewis hates betting with them and whatnot, but this is like, if you're going to bet them, this is the time to bet them now. You're going to get shorter lines than you normally do because they're 6-5. Vegas can't inflate them like they normally can. So if you are a Chiefs guy or you're a fan of Mahomes and you're just a casual bettor also, this is your time to get him. If you're a big bettor, when you have those three-point lines, take him at 2.5. Butker has shown he can make big critical field goals. Stuff like that is just nuances when you're betting the Chiefs right now.
Yeah, those are really good points. All right, let's keep it moving here. Man, a game that was very entertaining. I mean, and you knew you were going to get some fireworks because Jameis Winston is just, when he plays quarterback, you don't know what you're going to get. But that Giants-Lions game, man, that was fun to watch. And to watch Jameis go out for a pass, catch it, do a spin and get into the end zone at, turtle speed was pretty funny to watch. Thoughts on the Lions, man? The Lions, they're not as good as last year. I'll tell you what, Gibbs, probably the most dynamic player in the NFL right now.
100%.
Up there.
He had 260 yards plus from the line of scrimmage.
That's what I say will be different from last season to this season. I felt like they are not getting the opportunities they need to. They're trying to spread the ball too much and go away from what's working. But they did it. The thing that brought them back in this game was feed Gibbs the ball.
Yeah.
He was exploding for 50-yard touchdowns to win them the game. But you go away from that. Like, that makes no sense.
Makes no sense.
So the rest of the season, I don't see how they go away from it. I feel like Jahmyr Gibbs is gonna break records the next 3 or 4 weeks.
Oh man, he's unbelievable to watch. Nico.
I mean, they have holes, they have weaknesses. I mean, I don't think I agree with Andy's point. I agree with your point too, Lewis. I think Gibbs is incredible. Don't get me wrong. And when you have a bell cow, you have to ride that bell cow out. But it's never good when you have to change play calling duties in the middle of the season. Like, that's like big red alarms going off.
Yeah.
See that, and I think it's indicative. Like, it's not as methodical as it was last year when they were
it's not crisp,
rushing people.
Yeah.
But if it's not working, at what point do you hit that button to switch?
Well, he did.
He did. He's, Dan Campbell's calling the plays now,
So it's like, and then I know they want to get David Montgomery going, and that's what they've always done the last few years, like 50-50. But at this point, you have to take a step back.
You got to put the ball in your best player's hands, which is Gibbs. It's not even close on that team. But yeah, interested to see. I think they get bounced in the playoffs. So I don't think they make a run.
Yeah,
they're not as good as last year.
I also step back from last year as well.
Yeah, we could talk about Green Bay. I mean, we touched on them a little bit. Minnesota. I've been on this Minnesota thing. They're not very good. I don't think JJ McCarthy is going to pan out in this league. Not a fan. I know, Nico, you've been high on him, but I'm just not a fan. I don't see it. It's just this league's different, man. It's a whole different level when you got to play quarterback in this league, and there's certain tangibles that you look for. And I just don't think he has the confidence to play in this league. I just don't think he has the ability. That's just my honest opinion.
I thought Kevin O'Connell would get the most out of him, to be completely honest with you. That proved not true, type of thing. The other thing is that, I mean, I agree with you. Like, that was a bad read on my part. You're right about that. And he just doesn't have not even the measurables, because he does. It's just he doesn't have that, like, wow thing. Like, he's not even hitting open throws to say wow type of thing right now. He would have a higher completion percentage, higher QBR if he spiked the ball every play. No, it's a stat. It's like a legit stat.
I bet it is. Louis, the question I have for you is Minnesota kicking themselves in the ass for getting rid of Sam Darnold?
Sam Darnold did way better last year than JJ McCarthy did.
Well, he won 14 games.
And you can't say that the team has really changed. It's pretty much just been the quarterback and a couple guys here and there, but you still have the best receiver in the league, or second best receiver in the league.
Yeah.
You can't just throw 87 yards in a whole game having the best receiver. That makes no sense. You either throw him or he's getting double covered. You throw someone else. But he's not even hitting open throws. Like, what are you doing? And I think they're kicking themselves. Well, look at Sam Darnold now. He's still doing what he did last year.
Yeah.
He wins games.
Yeah.
It might not be pretty, it might not be sexy, it might not be what everybody's looking for, like these crazy throws, but he's a time manager and he wins games.
No, he's damn good, man. I think in this league, I mean, not everybody's gonna be a Tom Brady, not everybody's gonna be a Mahomes, but can you win games, right? That's what it comes down to. Can you put your team in position to win? Do you not turn the ball over? Do you make the guys around you better? Right? Those are the intangibles you look into. And I think Minnesota screwed this one up big time, man. And some of these GMs, man, sometimes they deserve not to get paid for some of these decisions that they make. I would have made the move.
I think it goes down to like that was the guy that you guys went after in the draft, so you kind of have to stick.
There's a lot of that in the NFL, and I understand that. But sometimes, if your ownership, like if I'm the CEO, right, or the owner, I'm sitting down with my team and saying, okay, we drafted this kid, we invested this amount of money on this kid, but who gives us the best opportunity to win moving forward, right? Who's going to put us in the best position? Our current guy got us 14 wins. Are we just going to get rid of him? It's just, I don't know. But that league like that, man. You see that move made over and over and over and over. It's just what happens in that league, and I guess it's the way it's set up. We're not in the inner workings, so we can speculate here, guess, and there's a lot more that goes into it than what we, us casual brokies know. All right. Anything else on Minnesota, Green Bay? We'll go right into Seattle. I mean, Seattle handled business at Tennessee. I know you were on Tennessee, right, Lewis?
Yep, we covered. Tennessee covered.
Yeah.
And, they came back in the second half because they looked awful in the first half. Cam Ward had some plays, but Sam Darnold does what he does.
Yep.
He wins. So now looking at quarterbacks and making these decisions, I look at Cam Ward, and I know he's running for his life, and everybody says it. He's not impressing me, though. To me, he hasn't been impressive. I don't know if it's the line. I don't know if it's the play call.
Well, there's a lot within that, man. Like he's in a real bad organization.
Fired their head coach,
who
was also a play caller, by the way.
Yeah, he's got nobody offensively. His offensive line is probably the worst in the NFL. Yeah. There's a lot of things, and I still think some of the throws he makes is just unbelievable. Oh, and the drops. His guys don't even know how to catch his ball. A lot of drops.
I think Cam Ward's the toughest evaluating talent in the NFL because it's what we're talking about right now. Like he does all the things right. Like he'll go through progression, he'll make throws, etc. It's just he doesn't always
put him in that Cowboys system. What do you think he does?
Not even. We don't have to even talk about the Cowboys system.
CeeDee Lamb.
Put him on Minnesota. I bet he outperforms J.J. McCarthy.
100%. You put him on. Yeah. With Justin Jefferson. Oh my God.
Jordan.
But imagine him. Imagine how fun he would be, like in a Dallas Cowboys uniform.
Yep.
Throwing to CeeDee Lamb, throwing to Pickens, throwing to Jake Ferguson, like man to Turbin. Like that's the type of team.
I wouldn't even go that far as the Dolphins.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, I would love to see him in the Dolphins uniform. He's gonna be fine. Well, let me rephrase that. Hopefully, Tennessee can fix their problems as an organization. Not going to the draft, go get a left tackle, go build an offensive line, go get some weapons.
You have to hire a good head coach.
Hire a good head coach, yeah. Yeah. If not, he's going to probably, it's not going to be a long stint in the NFL for him, unfortunately.
But can he have a resurgence like Daniel Jones did? And against shitty organization, all it takes is one move from a team to another team. And that's it. You're back on.
Systems matter, man. Systems matter, right? Organizations matter. There's a reason why guys go to the Miami Heat and thrive because of the accountability, because of the system, right? And same thing in the NFL. The system that you end up in matters a lot. Listen, man. Tua got $220 million contract, okay? Because of the system, because they hit him, right? But anyways, let's keep it moving here. All right.
to shout out, Jackson Smith and Jigba's on pace to break Calvin Johnson's record.
Incredible, man. What an absolute stud that kid is.
1,300 yards through however many games they were through.
And I think they're going to push for it. I think.
Oh yeah, they're going for it.
He's gonna. I don't think he breaks it. I think he shatters it. By the way.
I think so. Like coaches don't like to oh, we're not going to make calls to help him break the record. We're going to stick to our game plan. I think the game plan is going to be feed this guy.
Yeah.
It's worked. It's gotten them their record.
So, I like
cost organizations though, because a lot of these things are in their clauses, right? Like in their contracts. So sometimes maybe they think about scaling it back a little bit too.
Well, I don't think to break the record might have been as high as a 1,000-yard season or 1,200-yard season. He's already passed that, so they're like, whatever. At this point, let's break a record.
Yeah, agreed. Thoughts on? Let's move on here. Baltimore, New York. Obviously, New York stinks, but Baltimore kind of making a resurgence here.
I didn't watch this game for a second. I know Lewis is the AFC North guy, so I'll let him talk about it. But, I mean, they struggled with the Jets from, the box score I saw, quote-unquote. But I'll let Lewis take it away. I mean, I'm going to take the Bengals this week.
They won 5 games in a row. I mean, they're in position here.
So going into the first 5 games, they looked awful. They didn't have Lamar Jackson. But the AFC North is a mess. Bengals don't have Burrow. Steelers are frauds. Aaron Rodgers not playing. And it's the Baltimore Ravens division to win. They had an easy schedule after the first 5 games, so they have the bounce back. It's perfect for Lamar Jackson to get into a rhythm, come back from his injury. So I think they end up the season strong, and they're going to take the AFC North easily. And it's just them getting healthy for playoffs. I think it's their end goal. I don't think their goal is not to win the AFC North, because I think that's pretty much they got through the hard part, which was the beginning, and they're 5 and 6 and 5. They're okay. I think their goal is getting healthy for playoffs and then being a problem in playoffs.
Yeah, Nico, do you think there'll be a problem in the playoffs?
They would get the 4 seed. I don't know. Derrick Henry hasn't looked like himself, and that concerns me. He's getting older. I don't know. That's a tough read. I know our boy Ernie is going to be critical on it, but I don't know. I think they're one and done.
Yeah.
They draw. Listen to me.
So Ernie responded here. First team in 3 years to score 20 plus on offense and give up less than 20.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
I just see them. They would be facing a Chargers team.
That's what I thought of. I think if they play San Diego, I'd play San Diego type of thing.
But if they play like a Jaguars team, I think I'll take the Ravens over Jags.
Okay. Buffalo. Who are you taking?
Oh, no, I'm taking Buffalo.
Okay, me too.
But I think Jags and Chargers, I take Ravens at home.
Chargers would be close for me. Jags for sure. This could all change, though. I got to see them run the ball more efficiently.
Yeah. Like I said, their goal is to get healthy in the next few games to get into playoffs healthy. That's with Henry. That's with Lamar. That's getting everybody. Right now, I feel like what they're doing is they're coasting to get into play, but their main objective is getting healthy.
Andy, what do you think about the Ravens? Is there a tough read?
Man, I don't. Just historically, I don't trust them. Lamar is great. He's great, but there's always one game in the playoffs. He ends up shitting the bed. It's not good. And I don't think they're as good as those previous teams. I just don't know.
I think was it last year or the year before? 2 years ago when they had the Chiefs at home, that was their year.
And Hamilton got hurt, by the way, which is probably their best defensive player.
That's their best player.
Yeah. And he's hurt. He got hurt. I don't know how severe that injury was, but he got hurt at the end of that Jets game I was watching. I don't know. Could this be a situation? Not like that 6th seed that went and won it all, right? That Ray Lewis 2002 team, I think it was. 2001, where they went on a.
2000. Because 2001, 2002 was Patriots.
2000 Ravens were the 6th seed, and they went on a run, right? And they won it. They won all the road games, and they won that Super Bowl, right?
Yep.
That Ravens team.
Because they beat Peyton Manning in Indy, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think they went to Buffalo, if I'm not mistaken, and won. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a good enough read on them yet.
We have the year off. The year was 2012 when they won it all.
2012 was that the year they were the 6th seed?
Ernie's correcting us now. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the year they were 6th seed. I don't know. Gotta see how they finish the season, and I can tell you.
I will say
they beat up on some bad teams,
and they have an easy schedule. I mean, they face the Bengals now. Burrow comes back. Hamilton's out. I take the Bengals because it's a division game. So they need to pull out one of those 2 wins. But the Steelers, I think, are frauds. So I don't think.
Yeah, Steelers are not very good.
Like, I would take the Bengals over the Steelers right now. That's how bad
the
organization is, what they're doing with Aaron Rodgers. But I think it's the Ravens to lose. So I think they could pull it out.
Yeah.
And I think home field advantage is huge in the NFL.
Yeah. It's everything in the NFL. Everything in the NFL is a home field advantage. All right, let's move on to the next game. Cleveland, Shedeur Sanders gets his first start against Las Vegas, which is atrocious, but he acted like he beat, the 72 Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
I can see why his coach hates him. I really can. Like, man, and I'm like, I understand he's a 22-year-old kid, right? And he's got his little swag thing going for him, the chains and this. Dude, like, you already been humbled. You got drafted in the 5th round. They told you settle down, and you keep up with your antics, and it's just, man, it's hard to get behind that kid.
I think he's trying to have his dad's persona.
And he's not his dad.
His dad was the guy. He was the best guy that playing corner in the NFL at that moment.
Ever.
Have that attitude. You can't have that attitude. And
he may be one of the best football players ever. Players.
Yeah. Like, you can't have that same persona, that same confidence and all this, and you're not that guy.
So Shedeur did that in his first game. Just to compare his, like, some random fact that always sticks out to me about Deion. Deion scored 2 NFL touchdowns in one day, got on a flight, hit a home run in the same day.
Yeah.
You tell me how that compares.
The other thing is, so he made a couple good throws. I'm not gonna take it away from him. He
had 11 completions. He was 53% from.
Yeah, he made some plays that I think were impossible, and they were prayers. He threw prayers, and when they came down with it, he ran down there like if he made a crazy throw. But it showed a lot from the team that they would pull him out in the red zone to score the touchdowns. I was like, what is going on? Give this kid the ball. He just made the play. That's how much they don't like him.
They hate him. It is so evident that they hate him. That whole staff hates him. They mentioned him last when he was going through all the players, and he said, yeah, congrats on Shedeur in his first start. And he just kept it moving. Like, dude.
Stefanski's also a very good coach, by the way.
Just want to add to that point. I think it's pretty crazy. The game ball went to Myles Garrett, especially after his first win. After Shedeur's first win, yeah, it's pretty evident. A lot of people say they're just hating. It's crazy.
Nothing says I hate you more than you get your first win as an NFL quarterback, starting quarterback as a rookie, and they get the game ball.
Oh, brother, yes, yeah, you broke the record. Yeah, we get it. But come on, man, yo. That's crazy, bro. You're hating on another level.
McDaniel's giving the whole team game balls. Like, you could give game balls, right?
How can you give him a game ball if he took you to the 1-yard line and then you didn't even give him the touchdown?
Yeah, they don't like the kid, man. It's hard to get behind them. I think as a fan, it's tough, man. And he's. Maybe he turns into an all-pro quarterback and he's all-world, and we're going to have to swallow our words. But there's something in the NFL called film, and once teams get the film on you, good luck. Then I want to see you excel. There's a reason why there's a sophomore slump, right?
I want to see if he takes accountability for that, or he blames his line, or he blames because that's what it seems like. So I don't know if you guys saw the interview that he was like, oh, I grew up with that dog in me because my dad, I lived in a $30,000 home, and my dad would take me to inner city games. I was like,
He said that?
$30,000 home in there, 30,000 square foot home, and then take you to inner city games to build that dog in them. I was like, come on.
Yeah, your dad with a $30,000 watch on his left wrist.
All right.
All right. Yeah. So that's whatever. It's whatever. Who do they play next week? Let me see. Who do they? Is he even going to start? They probably bench him. Who knows?
No, I think they can't bench him. They pulled out the win.
Oh,
They
play the Niners.
They play the Niners. Oh, the Niners are hurt though.
Okay, but the Niners are only a 4-point favorite.
Thank you. That'll be another hate watch I have. I hate watch with the under this week. This week I will hate watch with the Niners.
That's so bad. That line tells me take Cleveland. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah. I'm going to have to agree with Lewis here. God, as much as I would hate to see him keep winning. But anyways, let's keep it moving here, guys. Next game. Let's see here. All right, we're going to look at Jacksonville, Arizona. I liked Arizona in this game. The over was going to fly. I think it hit, right? The over did hit.
Yeah, the over and the cover hit. So if you took it at 3.5, then it hit. If you took it at 3, it pushed.
I loved Arizona. That was one of my plays over the weekend. And I love the over in that game. Jacksonville pulled out another win. Mm-hmm. Contender or pretender? Lewis.
I'm gonna say they're. I know they could put up some points, but I'm not too convinced. This game showed it. They let Arizona back in. I'm glad they let Arizona back in because I had the over, but they should have killed the team.
They've had some good wins. Let me tell you. I mean, they beat the Chiefs, right? They beat the 49ers. They beat the Texans. The Raiders suck. But anyways, they pulled that off by 1 point. They beat the Chargers. They beat the dog crap out of the Chargers, and they went out west and beat the Cardinals. They do have 2 significant losses against the Seahawks and the Rams. Not very good in those showings, and I believe those games were.
And they lost to the Texans, the Bengals. They lost
to the Texans. Yep.
Yeah, the Bengals.
Yeah, I don't know. The jury's still out on that team. I don't know.
I do think they have a pretty favorable schedule the rest of the way. I think they have 2 tough teams left. I think they have the Colts twice and the Broncos once. But then they face the Titans twice. They face the Jets. They face that's the remaining schedule.
Is Travis Hunter still in the league?
He's on IR.
Oh, he's on IR. Okay, my bad.
One of my plays this week, and will be Titans. By the way, Titans are 0-10 at home. They're due. And it's a conference game. They're due.
Oh, man.
It's a 6-point line. I feel like the Titans' double-digit lines are over, and now they're all touchdown lines.
They're due.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Dallas, Philadelphia. So I thought Philadelphia was going to beat the crap out of Dallas after that 21-0, and Dallas hung in there. And Dallas should have won by more. Dak threw an interception in the end zone. They were on the 4 or 5 yard line. I don't know who he was throwing that ball to. Should be investigated for that throw.
Yeah, for the over.
Yeah, but there was a lot of funky things that happened in that game. The Cowboys could have won that game easily by 2 or 3 touchdowns. Easily.
Yeah.
Lewis, thoughts?
I was all over the Cowboys +3, and the game started 21-0. I was like,
yeah.
Something else. We're hoping the Rams goes under.
Right.
And they came back. George Pickens looked like wide receiver 1.
Yep.
That wide receiver, CeeDee Lamb, had dropsies that game.
Yeah, he did.
I was like, what is going on? And George Pickens come up with catch, like in big spots over people. I was like, yo, this guy looks elite.
So I got to tell you guys something about this game. So I had a 5-team parlay. I hit the first 4 legs. The last leg is Aubrey, 2 field goals.
Oof.
I would say after the first half, that was cooked because they couldn't kick field goals. They had scored touchdowns.
Well, how about he missed a 56-yarder?
Second miss all season.
Second
Yep.
missed all season. Of course, it happened to me. And then, of course, he wins the game with a field goal. I would have hit if he would have hit that 56 that he kicks that all time with his eyes closed. He hits that. And I lose it, of course. $5,500 later, I end up losing that bet.
Well,
I didn't put 55. I put, I think it was like $200, and I lost.
The fourth quarter, there was a spot that the Cowboys went for it on fourth down. They could have kicked the field goal, and they chose not to. They chose to go for it. And it was like a 4th and 5.
No, the 4th and 5, yeah.
And they decided they turned the ball over. It was turnover on downs, and I was like, "Why? The points are still a lot of time left." And they were chasing the touchdown at the game.
And I could have cashed out, and I didn't for $2,700, and I didn't cash out.
That's tough.
Tough loss. I should post it. I'm gonna send it to Miguel. I gotta post that. That was tough. Yeah, that was rough. Anyways, let's keep it moving here. All right, Cowboys. These suck. All right, next. Atlanta, New Orleans. Ugh.
Well, I didn't watch.
You were on New Orleans money line. Like, what were you thinking there, Lewis?
So this is my one loss of the. I went 5-1-1 with the Saints, being my only loss. They're terrible. They're terrible.
They're so bad.
I just felt like it was a divisional game. The same reason that I took these other dogs. I took like the Cowboys. I took all these other teams I covered, like Titans. Divisional games are played differently. And when that line showed money line, both sides, I'm like, what? That makes no sense. And I took the Saints, and they screwed me. So, but we take it. It was our one loss of the day. And it is what it is. Saints are terrible. I think the rest of the way.
Yeah, I got nothing to say on this game.
Yeah.
Nico?
Same as you, Andy. Got nothing.
All right. Let's keep it moving. All right. I thought this game was going to be more entertaining, or it was entertaining, but I thought it was going to be a closer game than what it was. But I was on the Rams. I thought the Rams were going to win this game, and they beat the dog crap out of Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay had no shot in this game. I think the Rams are the best team in the NFL from top to bottom. But Nico, what are your thoughts on this game, and what are your thoughts on the LA Rams?
First is that am I the only one that thought Teddy Bridgewater was like super unprepared? Like he went in there. I understand they're bad, but Teddy Bridgewater did not look good. A. B. I'll go straight to the Rams. Wow. They just continuously just win, and they win big, and they're firing right now. Devontae Adams was a great pickup. That defense is firing. It's going to be if they're getting hot and they're getting real hot, it's going to be tough to beat them come playoff time.
So their next 3 games: Panthers, Cardinals, Lions. I mean, then they got the Seahawks at the Hawks. It's going to be a tough game. Then you get the Falcons and Cardinals. They can go here. They can go 14-3 here.
14.
Be the number 1 seed. Yeah. Very easily.
They should be the favorite, by the way. Like, they should be.
Yeah.
I don't wish bad on anyone, but when the Rams took that 14-0 lead, I was happy that Mayfield got injured.
Really?
I had the under, and I was like, yo, I'm so cooked.
Yeah.
Baker's going to bring them back. He's the guy.
Yeah.
And he got hurt. I was like, oh, this is my only shot right now. And like Nico said, Bridgewater didn't look like he was ready for anything. Like, he was scrambling. He was throwing. I was like, what is going on here? I was rooting for it. I was glad it happened because it hit. But, yeah, he wasn't ready. I would say right now the Rams are the favorite on both sides of the ball.
Yep.
I agree. They are the favorites from top to bottom. They're the best team in my opinion. All right, last game was a Monday night game. Yesterday's game, 49ers, Panthers. I know you were on the Panthers. And so, Lewis, I'll let you take it.
Yeah, I had the Panthers +8. I just think they could have stayed close. I like the under as well, but the Panthers couldn't put anything together. And then Christian McCaffrey just ran all over them.
Mm-hmm.
Christian McCaffrey is leading the NFL in receptions, by the way.
He what?
Wild as a running back.
Leading the league in receptions.
Yeah. I didn't think about this till like this morning that I saw something on it. This was his first game against his old team, and I was like, that being said, I probably would have had prop plays on him because that's the revenge game.
Yeah.
He killed it.
Yeah, he did. He did. All right, so let's look at Thursday slate. Let me pull it up here. All right, so we're gonna go Thanksgiving Day. We got Green Bay at Detroit. Detroit minus 2.5, over under 48.5. Nico, I'll start with you first. What are your thoughts on this game?
Well, I think it sets the tone for the second half of the NFC North season. As we alluded to, Green Bay still has to play the Bears twice. It's the second time they're playing Detroit since week 1. I'm going to be honest. I think it's a must-win game for Green Bay as much as it is for Detroit to keep the lead on the North. So I'm going to be playing Green Bay +3. It's going to be my play.
Lou.
I'm going to go with the under 48.5.
Okay.
Why? Green Lions under 48.5. I think both teams are going to go out running the ball. And I think it's going to stay low. The lines on Thursday, Thanksgiving, are super high. All 3 games.
Yep.
So one of these got to go under, and I think it's going to be Lions and Packers.
I think you may be right on that. Yeah. Man, I don't. Yeah, if I had to make a play here, I would take the under in this game. This game could go either way. I kind of like on a short rest. I like the home team here, right? So I think that matters as well. Green Bay's very inconsistent. I would probably take Detroit here, minus 2.5. That's probably be my play. All right, Kansas City at Dallas. KC's favorite minus 3.5. Over under 52.5. Lewis, thoughts?
I think Cowboys just played their best game, and I'm gonna have to go with the Chiefs, even if I hate it. I will be taking minus 2.5, so I don't get another push this week by them. So give me the Chiefs minus 2.5.
Nico.
Same thing. Chiefs minus 2.5. Book it.
Oof. I like the Cowboys. I like the Cowboys in this spot at home. America's team on Thanksgiving.
But America's
guys at home.
America's guys playing on Thanksgiving, though.
Yeah, I don't care.
And it's the first time Mahomes plays a home game in Dallas, which is where he's from.
I don't give a shit if he plays this game in the backyard of his house.
The way they can't score the ball in the red zone scares me compared to the Cowboys scoring the ball in the red zone.
Yeah.
I think if there's any game, though, Lou, like you and me were talking about, I think it was yesterday, or maybe it was earlier today when we talked about the totals of this game. I think this is the game that goes over.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh, this is going to be a shootout. This is going to be a shootout.
I'm going to round robin my 3 plays for the 3 ones, and then this over, I think.
Yeah, this is a shootout, but I like the Cowboys in the spot for some reason. All right, next game. Cincinnati at Baltimore. Baltimore minus 7, over under 52.5. Lewis, you're a Bengals guy. I'll let you have the floor.
If Burrows plays, I'm taking Bengals minus 7. I'm taking Bengals money line.
Bengals plus 7.
Plus 7, I'm sorry. Bengals plus 7 and Bengals money line if Burrow plays. And if Burrow doesn't play, I'm taking the over 52.5.
Okay. Nico, thoughts?
I hate just saying we're going to be the same, but I like the Bengals in this spot. I don't like. I need to see if Baltimore comes out here, dominates the run game, and proves me wrong. I'll come on the show and say to Ernie, I'm sorry, you told me so, blah, blah, blah. But until they do that, I got to continue just taking the points with the Bengals.
If Bengals win outright money line, I'm buying Ernie a Bengals jersey. He's gonna
Ernie, I'm going to side with you, buddy. I'm going to take Baltimore minus 6.5. I'm going to buy that half point I can see Baltimore winning this game by a touchdown. I can see them winning by more. Yeah, Cincinnati can score, but if Burrow comes back, I'm not convinced. His first game back from injury. You got to go on the road. Short rest for Cincinnati. I like Baltimore in this spot. I really do. 6.5 probably be my play. Over-under's probably going to fly in this game as well. Cincinnati can score points. But, yeah, I like Baltimore in this spot. I can see this game being like a 34-20 type game. 34-21, something like that.
Yeah, the Bengals' only shot of staying in this game is putting up points.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a game that goes under and it's within a touchdown. I think they'll put up points and the Ravens just would have to dominate.
Yeah. Agreed. All right, Friday, there's a matchup here. Chicago at Philadelphia, 3 p.m. on Prime Video.
Oh, we could wait till our Friday show to talk about that one.
Yeah, you sure?
Yeah, it's our Friday morning show. That we're segues right into.
Usually college football, but all right, we can talk about it then.
We get sprinkle.
Well, you guys are gonna hate what I'm about to say here, but I like Chicago here.
Oh no, I hate the 7-point line, but after that tough loss, I think Eagles
blow them out.
As frauds, and I think it's an under game as well. So I think it's all Eagles. It's gonna be Eagles -7, 45.
I don't know. I like the Bears for some reason.
It's a lot of.
Everybody's gonna come in with that logic that the Eagles are gonna bounce back at home.
It's a lot of points for two teams that are 8-3.
I know it's a lot.
I don't know why I see 24-20. So I don't know what side I want to side on yet. So I don't know yet.
I mean, yeah. All right.
Be 24-17.
That's what I'm saying. It's like teetering that range of scores.
Either side that you go on, you buy that half point to not get hooked on that 7.
Correct.
Push 7. So if you like the Bears, take -6 and you take +6.5. If you like the Eagles, you take the other side 7.5. So. I think Andy's muted.
Andy is muted. And on that note,
I said that wrong, so I'll say it again. If you like the Bears, you take +7.5, and if you like the Eagles, you take -6.5.
And on that note,
sorry, yeah, I hit the mute button on my mic. Sorry.
There we go.
All right. So, in conclusion, anything last parting words here, gentlemen?
Let's have another good week.
Just any thoughts on the Browns? Who was that? I believe it's the Browns. Kicking or punting at the 29-yard line. Who was it again?
Okay, so I'll talk about this. So the bad beats of the week one of them was the Browns game that went under, where they could have kicked a field goal to push the over. And they were on the 9-yard line, or if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the 29-yard line. Yeah.
It was an easy field goal to be made.
And they punted?
Then they punted.
Is it like a pooch fake punt type thing?
No, they clearly
full-blown punt.
I think they even called a timeout before and sent out a punting.
Oh,
games aren't set for a reason. They are. You just have to be on the right side of them. So people like to say they're rigged. Yeah, they might be rigged to a certain point, or things are done that we may not know about. You just have to be on the right side of that.
I agree.
And I got one more last thing here from your boy Nico that you like. I know you're a big University of Houston basketball fan here. Kelvin Sampson went on All the Smoke and talked about how his players are even receiving death threats because of their player props.
No way.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I love that. That's what I have as my future.
That's crazy.
I can see Suazo writing letters.
Yeah.
In his basement. I can see him.
So what's going on with the Houston players?
So what they're doing, or what he's saying, is that, you know, when they're up big and stuff like that, they like to send in their white jerseys, which is like their backup players, to get some playing time and stuff like that. of course, they're backup players because of so reason. You know what I'm saying? They're not as good, so they're gonna miss shots and stuff like that. So when they don't meet the lines and stuff like that, when they don't hit the lines, they're like, they're ready to getting death threats and stuff like that. The line was at 28 and they missed it or they went over and they won and he's talking about how I got some of my kids receiving death threats and stuff like that because of these missed lines.
So then Houston's a team that the coach, once they're up big, pulls out their players, and they're teetering on that the spread, and they go under because their backups are in and are missing shots.
Correct.
Yeah.
That tells me that I fade Houston.
Thank you for the information, though.
Coaches have tendencies. So that's something that he's going to shy away from. He knows it. He's up 28, 3 minutes, 4 minutes in. At that point, you could live bet them. Give me the under. Give me the other team because this team's going to put in their bench players and not cover.
Yeah, that's all Lewis needed to know. He's like, hey, thanks. I got you.
I don't even need to watch Houston play. The minute they information, I will gladly side with the other side. Well, other people are like, oh, no, they have to win. They're winning by 25. I'm like, you idiots. This guy's going to put me to go play point guard.
All
right. We're out.
Peace
out. We lost Nico. Couldn't afford his electric bill.
That's how they cut him off. Xfinity says you reach your gig.
Exactly. All right, boys.